Yes, Sirski. Just Chike coming at you with another YouTube video. um, I'm not. This video won't be too structured. I kind of just want to talk to you guys. It's really how I do my videos. So, I understand if my videos seem longer or like I'm going around in circles or whatever. Feel free to drop a comment. I'm all for criticism, but just so you know, my videos are not too structured at the moment, but I am working on it. So bear with me. But I want to talk about why you feel like you're in a loop. Why you feel like you just go around in circles. You're in a loop with self-improvement. Well, you're not, because loops don't exist. Because you're bound by time. Because you get older. Meaning this, okay, you say you're in a loop. So you're implying that your performance is the same throughout time. You have not improved. That is the general consensus of you not improving. I'm a myth bust. I'm a fact bust this claim, and then I'm gonna give you some hope on my next claim. But this is my first claim. You're bound by time. What's the difference between a child and a man-child? It's time. A man-child's been alive longer, and he does the exact same shit. Who's worse? The man-child. The man-child's worse. So can we actually say that guy's in a loop? No, he's simply deteriorating. Not improving and staying the same isn't staying the same. It's deterioration. It's deterioration. Meaning you're either improving, you're either growing or you're dying. You're either growing or deteriorating. There is no such thing as a loop. Let me fix my camera. You're either growing or deteriorating in life. That's just how life works. So for those of you who think that you're in a loop, first of all, you're not in a loop. Second of all, the fact that you're complaining that you're in a loop actually is a positive thing because it shows that you're trying. It shows that you're constantly putting towards effort to doing the right thing. Because a guy who's actually in a loop doesn't complain he's in a loop. Because he's doing the same shit all the time. They don't complain. They're happy. They're happy staying mediocre. They're happy not doing anything with their life. They're happy in their same job, doing the same thing, having the same physique, doing the same thing every single day. And you know what? That's not fine. If it puts food on the table, that's fine. If it makes your wife happy, it makes you happy, and that's your purpose, that's fine. But people who don't improve in life simply just get worse. They just get worse. Because if you're performing at the same value over time, it simply shows that you in and of yourself are something that's incapable of improving. Person who's older and performing at the same performance like that of someone who's an infant simply deteriorates. That's sign of deterioration. So I don't think I really need to explain that to you more, but there's no such thing as being in a loop. There's no such thing as being in a cycle. Think of it like that. And of course, I know what you mean by, I know what people mean when they say, oh, like I'm in a cycle, I'm in a loop. Like I get the concept, but if you can change your mindset and fix your mindset on basically what you're implying, you can have a completely different understanding of improvement. Time will not wait for you. You will get older with every second. If you're not improving, you're getting worse. You're not in a loop. You will not stay the same. Either you'll get older and you'll get better, or you'll get older and you'll get worse. The fact that people think they're in a loop shows that they are trying to improve. It shows that every day they're putting effort into doing something for themselves. And then they fail. And then they put in more effort. And then they fail. And they put in more effort. And then they fail. What does that sound like? That sounds like going to the gym. That sounds like lifting a weight. That sounds like what I've done for 7 years now. And then what I found out is that the more that I try and do this thing, the easier it becomes. The better the reps get. The person who complains about being in a loop isn't exactly saying that, he's not actually saying that he's in a loop. He's complaining that it's taking too long. He's complaining that it's taking too long to improve. What if the guy who's going to the gym, who just started, said, I come to the gym every day and I lift the same weight and I'm not improving. I'm just stuck in a loop. What would you say? What do you think I'd say? I'd say that's retarded. Go back there and pick up the weight, and then you're gonna go and get your protein in later. You're gonna go and get your calories in later. I don't wanna hear it. Because obviously that's not how the body works. That's not how the body works unless you have muscular dystrophy, which then it's still not being in a loop. That's just deterioration. But, I thank God every day that I don't have that. People can really just not, there are people in this world that just cannot live their lives. If there's one thing in the world that pisses me off, that should piss you off, is seeing people who do not help themselves, not self-improving, and deteriorating. And not only deteriorating just by staying the same, but people who actively hurt their lives with drug addiction, with food addiction, becoming obese, is the ultimate form of the expression of hatred in the entire world. It is the ultimate form of the expression of hatred for the self. Because one hates themselves so much that they would not only not work on themselves, but then they would be an agent in destroying themselves through food, through drugs. But I'm not gonna get into that. Point is that you're complaining that the process is taking too long. It's not a loop. You're getting better. You're just upset that it's not going at the speed that you want it to, and that's perfectly fine because that tells me that you're ambitious. That tells me that you actually want change and that you desire it. As long as you have that desire, if you have that desire in you, if you have the desire to improve, if you have the desire to fix that anxiety, to bolster your mental health, to become a strong man or woman, to make more money, to get a better physique, if you have that desire and you act on it every day consistently without stopping, even if it's not every day, we mess up sometimes, but consistently without stopping, it is 100% chance that you will improve. There is no question. You cannot deny reps. Reps do not lie. Reps do not lie. They don't lie. My tests tell the teachers how much reps I put in learning the curriculum that I'm trying to learn. The reps in the gym tell everybody how much and what I've worked on. People know I hit chest. People know I hit buys. People know I hit legs. They may not know that I hit calves though. I kinda don't. But that is just the law of the world. But you don't see the change fast enough. You're not gonna see the change. That's why I say you just have to love. You have to love the grind. You have to love this life, and you have to get to a point where it's just like I reached a point where I struggled with self-improvement for like 3 years now, 4 years, and it's like I'm not even that great. But it's like your mind. You have to reach a point where following a downward trend is your fear. I don't fear crashing and burning. I mean, I have that fear. But my main fear isn't the crash and the burn. It isn't the destruction. It's being on the path to the destruction. That's my fear. The fapper, the gamer, the guy who stays up late, the guy who's too attached to his girlfriend so he don't hit the fucking gym anymore because you got a fucking girlfriend. You give her all your attention and she don't respect you. And meanwhile, you're getting older and you still lift the same weight. You still ain't gone back to school, or you're still doing the same thing and you feel like you're in a loop. You're not in a loop, you're getting worse. If you're the guy who's not doing anything with his life. But if you feel like you're in a loop, but you're applying the things to do what you need to do, You're complaining about it taking too long. That's what you're complaining about. And those incremental changes will eventually lead to your success, to you being who you want to be. Your failures, your dips, will no longer be as low as they normally were. Eventually, they're going to dip, but it's going to stop at a higher point, and then you're going to increase. And you're going to dip, and it's going to stop at a higher point, and then you're going to increase. But the moment that you actually deteriorate, the moment that you actually give up, is when you tell yourself, okay, well, self-improvement isn't working at the rate I want it to, so therefore it doesn't work. That is a manifestation of self-hatred. You don't even care about yourself enough to stay on the path of doing things that you know is actually good for you. And that is subconsciously a cop-out. It is a subconscious cop-out for doing things that you know you shouldn't do. And that takes a lot of emotional maturity to understand, but you gotta have it. You gotta have that self-awareness and emotional maturity to understand that that is not how things work in life. So if you're a young guy or older guy or whatever, the excuse of like, I'm too old, or my parents, or this or that, it does not matter. Have faith in God or the universe or whatever. Know that you're in the position you are because it's canon. It's canon. This is your story. Make something of it and do what you got to do. Be on that uptrend, because I live for the uptrend. It's not even that I don't even care that I don't have a bunch of money or that I'm not hitting 315 for 12 and, you know, all this extra stuff. I'm just happy that I'm working towards it. Because if I'm not working towards it, I feel like I'm getting worse. And if I feel like I'm getting worse, I get depressed. I hate it. I hate that feeling. I hate that shit so much. And that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of having a bad mental space. And that's a good fear. Warriors have fear. Warriors have fears. Fear is a great motivator. Warriors have fear of dying in battle, of not seeing their children, of backing down, of cowarding. You have to pick your fears. Either you can fear the hard work, or you can fear being a victim of not working hard. So pick your poison. But with that, guys, with that being said, chike.malcolm, I'm gonna sign out. Just to give you an update on what I've been doing, I've joined Hamza's Adonis gang. So that's been pretty cool. And I like the community. So a lot of my videos may be inspired by stuff I see on there. I'll show y'all what I've been doing. I got like this cool habit tracker thing, and then I have a timetable. I got a workout. I've got different stuff that I'm doing to basically improve myself. And I gotta say, my mental health has not felt this good in a while. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I hope that this video was of value to you. If it was, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the flip. See y'all later.